Thank you so much, and thank you so much for coming to this press conference after we held yesterday in the European Parliament in Brussels, the third edition of the International COVID Summit. We had tens of doctors, of experts, of researchers, truly professionals who were analyzing and dealing with the coronavirus for many years, and who presented us yesterday their findings and conclusions after the pandemic that we witnessed in the past 3 years. We have here some of the doctors that presented their findings yesterday. I would like to give the floor now to Christine.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for being here. I would just like to reflect on yesterday's conference, and I really have to say I thank each and every one of the presenters, of the scientists, of the doctors to appear in front of us and to give their arguments, present the data, present the facts, because in the end we were pretty much right about everything. Just thinking back when we started 2 years ago, I didn't know any one of these wonderful people, how far we have come. We have grown into a family. It's a family of dissenting voices all around the globe, and I'm particularly grateful that I have been made a member of this family that I'm very proud of. And like I said, wonderful people, and we will continue to be the dissenting voice, and we will do whatever it takes to bring down the globalitarian elites. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Christine.
My name is Herman Kelly. I'm Director of Communications for Mr. Therese. I'd like to ask Dr. Byram Bridle to give us his thoughts on the conference yesterday, please, and we'll conclude with that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, my name is Dr. Byram Bridle. I'm a viral immunologist at a university in Canada. And first, I just want to address the question that was just asked. So, from a scientific perspective, what I can tell you is after this conference, from my experience of the past 2 years, inevitably, everybody who spoke yesterday will be accused of having disseminated misinformation. I wanted to point out that what I saw yesterday was an awful lot of primary data presented. And when people are accusing us of disseminating misinformation, they never address the primary data that we have presented, nor do they provide primary data to demonstrate that what we have said is incorrect. So in terms of the future, when it comes to science, misinformation is something that we have to be very concerned about. And this, we need the press to help scientists around the world and physicians around the world in this area, because if you aren't aware, there's talks in pretty much every country around the world about the potential to criminalize misinformation, fine scientists and physicians, fire scientists and physicians if they provide misinformation. This has to be of concern to the media, because you have to start asking yourselves, if that's the case, who are going to be the arbiters of truth if it's not going to be scientists who provide primary data? So that's a key thing you have to watch out for. The other thing is if you are not aware, the mRNA vaccines that were rolled out over the past couple of years, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The same companies are developing mRNA vaccines for other diseases, and you might not be aware there is an enormous number of mRNA vaccines being developed for veterinary use, and that in of itself is also a potential concern to human health. So for example, we know that the mRNA vaccines can get into human breast milk, and therefore we have infants who are consuming undefined doses of these mRNA vaccines. These were never approved for that route of administration, nor to be administered to infants. And yet we now know that is happening. And if it could get into human breast milk, who's to say that they couldn't get into the milk, meat, and eggs that we consume? So I'm telling you, based on what I saw yesterday, there needs to be an immediate moratorium on mRNA vaccine technology until the very many legitimate scientific questions that have come up about this technology over the last 2 years can be definitively answered. And I'd just like to end with this. The thing I most appreciated about my experience yesterday was the fact that these MEPs here. These are heroes to me, and you should not only be proud of them here in Europe, but these are political leaders around the world, I can tell you. So the country that I come from does not allow open discussion about the science underpinning COVID-19. But what was allowed yesterday was uncensored, open, and honest discussion of the hard, objective data underpinning COVID-19 policies. And I would like to thank these MEPs for allowing us to do that.
Thank you.